part 2 of our aggressive fencer series, and now we get to work on a really fun one that I actually quite enjoy, and that some of you are already familiar with, but we're just going to put it in a different context maybe than what you're familiar with. So Andy now is going to take his aggressiveness up a notch. He's going to go from aggressive, classically oriented fencer who has good technique and just maybe has kind of lost his mind a little bit, to a full-blown kind of what we would call an electrically trained fencer, right? Someone who's from the electrical school of fencing and has a completely different set of techniques that they use. So Andy's going to do his best to pretend to be that person today, and I'll show you how the things that we know can be useful against that. Right, so what Andy's going to do is Andy's going to do something that electrical fencers like to do a lot, which they call lots of things. I've heard marching attack, I've heard, just continuous attack, whatever you want to call it. But basically he's going to march down the strip at me while holding his hand in a flick position. He's going to be trying to get close enough to me and chase me down so that he can flick me with his blade. Okay, so, if I don't do anything about it, right, here's what that looks like. He's just going to chase me, right, and eventually he's going to catch up, right? Going forwards, when they bring their feet really close together, right, that will end up being faster, and even if it's not, I run to the end of the strip, I have nowhere to go. But what the more astute among you are probably thinking right now is, oh boy, there's a huge, huge tactical hole right here. Right? Because what is he doing? Right? If he just holds that position really quick, right? That's where he is, right? So there's only one way that can work. And the only way that can work is if he starts it this far away. Right? If my distance is bad, then he has time to get into the motion and throw his attack. Right? Now, I can still stop that. Right? It's not like I'm dead and that's all over, right? Nuclear bomb, right? That's not it. But that makes it a lot harder for me. So if I'm fencing Andy and he's chasing me with that, right, I can wait for the parry, right? You see what I did? I waited for the parry, I kept my hand in a parry position, I know what side his blade's on, right? And that stopped him, right? Because he slowed himself down, right? So he couldn't find the side that he wanted, right? But just like before, that's me surviving. That's not me going for the jugular, that's not me saying, no, you're done, I'm gonna exploit the hole the instant I see it, right? So now, assuming we'll go average distance, go ahead and stay right there, right? This is average distance, right? I'm not going to cheat and start right here because then he wouldn't do this, right, obviously. So we'll go average distance, right? I'm not too close, I'm not too far away, and here he comes. Okay, now that didn't stick, so we'll do that one again, okay? But if you guys saw the timing on that, you'll see what's happening. Go ahead and do it again. Here he comes. Right, you see what's happening? Right, he's starting his motion, he wants me to back up, he's expecting me to back up, right? I didn't even move my body, right? Watch it, watch it this way, I won't even hit it, right? Go ahead. Right, I moved inside this, right? This is huge, right? Foil you hit with this little thing right here on the end, you guys see that? Right, that's called the tip, right? Right now, his tip is facing this way, which means I can do what? Oh no, now you can't hit me, which means you have to do something crazy like that, right? So why in a sport where this is what you hit with, does it go over there and stay over there, right? Doesn't make any sense. So I can take advantage of that, and the taking advantage of that, as you guys probably have already surmised, is what's called a stop pin. Okay, so we'll break that down, right? So if Andy's doing just a normal kind of lunge, even with just a bent arm, right? I have a hole. Right there. Right, you guys see that? Watch that again. Watch it by the movement of my hand in relation to the movement of his foot. Okay? Watch closely. Okay, you see what I'm doing? Right, the instant his foot picks up to move, I'm going. He's dead. This is not pointing at me. Go ahead and point at me, right? Good classical form. If I move when he moves, go ahead. I'm dead now. Right? Right, all the way through, dead, blood, right? Sorry, right now, when he does his go ahead and do the bent arm, right, that thing doesn't drop until the very last second, right? So, that means he's dead, right? Do it again. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. He's dead. Okay? And that's not me even moving my body. That's just me moving my hand. Here's me moving my body. He's really dead. So we go back to Mr. Electrical Fencer chasing me down the strip, right? And for the sake, just to make it interesting, let's say that I was bad with my distance, right? And he's got distance on me, right? Let's just go with that, okay? So Mr. Electrical Fencer's got distance on me, which means I'm gonna have to move a little bit. I can't just stick there and do this because he has time to bring it in, right? So let's see what happens with that. Go ahead. Okay, let's do that again, because that was really fast. Go ahead. Okay, let's do it one more time. Because I'm throwing it so quickly that I'm hitting and sliding off. Okay, so you guys see what I'm doing? There's a lot going on there. I'm drawing him in, but I'm not going so far that he has time to bring his hand in. Right? So when I'm doing that, I let him come in a little bit, I let him get his momentum started, and then I'm just going straight through this hole that he has. If I have the timing, there's no way he can hit me with this. The only way he can hit me with that is if he draws my stop, right? So let's say Andy draws my stop, right? Right here comes, boom, then he gets it, right? That's a different ballgame, right? That means he's actually thinking. That means now we can go parry, repost, this, that, playing here, boom, 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 right? But if all he's thinking about is just hitting me and not about what I'm doing, then I have this hole every single time. Right, see where he went? He's not hitting me. I'm inside of him, okay? So that's the stop hit in a nutshell. You guys know what a stop hit is. We've broken it down, so we won't do that for you today. But if you're ever being chased around by someone who just wants you to retreat, wants you to get the hell out of there, use your hole. See the tactical disadvantage, use it to your advantage, use your distance, use your timing. So there's a stop hit for you guys.